Hello there, my name is Jan Dufour and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located just outside of Louisville, Kentucky. Today I'm going to show you how to make these really cute peppermint stick covers so that they're a little bit decorated. I'm going to actually make this model. I'll tell you about a few different things I came across while I was working on these, but we're going to move these across. Now this particular stick I got at Walmart for $1. I will show you how to adjust it a little bit if you get a smaller one or a bigger one. But primarily I'll be giving you the measurements for this. Now I will have a project sheet. If you are here watching me through YouTube, go to the link down below, stampmesilly.com, and I will have a project sheet there with all of the measurements that you need and how to score it. So the piece of paper that you need is 3 3/4. I'm having a hard time reading here. 3 3/4 by 9.5, and that leaves room for their space to pull out. I've seen these done a ton different ways. I originally saw it as a nail file holder, so it was shorter and thinner and that kind of thing, but I'll let you know how to adapt it if you need to. So with the 3 3/4 by 9.5, you're going to be scoring it at 3/4. Oops, get my stylus in there. 1.5 at 2 1/4. Well, I'm having a problem here. Not with my regular broken wrist. And 3. So I'll repeat those. 3/4, 1.5, 2 1/4, and 3. And that makes 5 sides. And that's so that you don't see the seam. The seam is right on the edge. I think it gives it a nicer look. I think it's just prettier. So I'm going to take this and put this away. Now, if you wanted to make this a different size, what you would have to do is you would have to take a ruler. We'll pretend to have this one. You would measure. So this is 1 3/4 actually. Part of the skinny side, this would be perfect, or the fat side, this would not be. It's not high enough. But so you would measure 3/4, and this is 7/8. You know, 3/4, 7/8, and then get this one. I would do it on the side for double, so that the seam is in the back. But anyway, so you would add up all of those measurements. So there should be 5 sides, if you will. And then, whoops, I put it away too soon. I'll just do my trimmer since it's right here. You need the bottom, and if it's directional, it's great, it works, but you have to make sure that you're in portrait mode when you do the 3/4 of an inch at the bottom. Make sure you don't cut, that you just score. All right. I will have not only the project sheet, but there'll be a picture of what it is you're supposed to be doing. It's very simple. You go ahead and fold and then burnish. I kind of always fold them, and I don't know, it's probably a time waster, but I just, that way I know that I've got my creases in the right place. Sometimes, especially for a long thing like this, it's more comfortable for me to do it this way. All right, and then you look for the 1/4 inch at the bottom. You take your snips or whatever kind of scissors you're using, and you're gonna cut up to the only score mark in this direction. You're gonna cut them all up straight. I don't angle cut these. This works fine without doing that. There you go. And then on the left, and again, it actually doesn't matter. It's just because I'm right-handed, I guess. And I have a bum left wrist. I just cut the one out in the corner. So as you can see, that's it. And these are little flaps. Okay, and then you're gonna put tear and tape, not on the shortened one, but on the long one, all along the edge. And I start at the score mark, so I don't actually have any in the tab at the bottom. I go all the way up. And I could make it real pretty and use my ruler and get it real square, but I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't make a difference is what I'm trying to get at. If it was on something that might show, well, I guess first I'm gonna have to get it down, and then I will use my Take Your Pick tool. I love this new attachment. It's one of the extras. You'd have to purchase it separately, but it is so very handy. It gets in under things because of the curve, and it's very pointy. So be careful with that. I'm likely at some point going to stab myself. Then I take, and on the second fold in, I just lay it flat and I pull over the edge that I have the scoring tape on. So the first fold from the top and second one from the bottom. And you have a little box. Then, once you know where the seam is, we're going to make sure that's in the back. Doesn't matter if it's on the back here or on the back here. It doesn't matter. You're going to fold out the two flaps, and you're going to fold the back one in, because what the purpose is you want to have the finished bottom top, that doesn't make any sense. On the bottom, your tab on the top should be facing the back. So this is going to be the last one. I usually do my sides first. I kind of make sure they can bend. Get the glue. Where did my seam go? There it is. In the back. All right. So I'm going to, put this down, put a little bit of glue. I don't worry again too much. No, of course I left it out, so it's not gonna flow. I don't worry too much about making sure it's all squared off. For one, they're gonna rip this apart as soon as they get it. I'm assuming these will be kids given to. And there's no stress on it. It's not something that has to open and close. So I'm getting just enough on there and holding it just long enough. The final one, I do kind of make sure that I have it all. I try to square it up to make sure. Oops, I'm off screen, sorry. I square it up to make sure that the box will sit straight. And you'll notice this one's got a little bit of a flap. So because I was cutting at an angle, I can see the line. It was way over here and I missed it. But almost right away, I turn it over and push on it, keep this square. And then I take, this one is different than all of the others. I like it. But anyway, go ahead and slide it in there. It should fit. It's not awful tight, but it also doesn't fall out, which is good. Okay, so then you can push on it a little more easily to get that bottom done. And then how you decorate it is up to you. I gave you a couple of choices, but because this has got gingerbread on it, I wanted to show you the gingerbread one. So I think I did this in another video. Well, now I can't remember, but anyway, as I do with anything I'm going to do multiples of, I take a 1/4 size sheet. This is not a punch, it's a die. I die cut it out. Then I die cut a whole bunch of just plain white ones. And then I fit it, and you'll see this doesn't match. You have to make sure it's in there right. Make sure it's all nice and flat. And then I'm gonna use pecan pie as a color because it's solid. One of the good things about doing this is that you can always go back and restamp. Photopolymer really does leave a pretty good cover, but if it's necessary, as you can see, it's pretty good. There must be a little dot. Whoops, now I can't get it out. There must be a little dot on the stamp. Yep, there it is right there. A piece of dirt. I'm going to scrape that off. Okay. And so how do I fix that if that really bothers me? Which I'm giving it to a kid. It would not really bother me. But there's a couple things. I would probably go for, because this is a water-based ink, and I don't have my glasses on, but this is, oh no, pecan pie. This is copper clay. That's not going to work. Hang on. Let me see if I can find the marker. Good night. Pecan pie. Here we go. I would probably take this and just dot it. Voila. It's gone. It's a miracle. So this is what I would do because I could do repeated in many of them, but I'm only going to do one right now. So I don't want you to have to stay all day. I'm going to close this up so I don't do anything silly. Now he has a little face, and you use, I used Memento Black. I tried red. He looked evil, so we decided not to go that way. And I mean, the black is fine. If I could do white, which I could emboss it white. But again, these are quick treats. They're going to be tore up before their parents even see it. So I thought, well, I will put gems on it because that makes me happy. Not because it makes them happy, because they won't notice the difference, but it will make me happy. So I went ahead and I took the bigger ones. I'm trying to see. I think I need I use these gems. As you can see, they're all kinds of colors, and they're not really. I just color them. Here, I'm going to give them big eyes. So I just took, they're the basic rhinestones, and I color them sometimes. Like, you know, it might be cute if I color it blue for my blue-eyed grandbabies. Oops, that's smaller. You know, I don't, oops, nope, those are not the two same sizes. I guess I need this one. The same size, yes. You know, that might be cute. I have a green-eyed granddaughter. I don't know. For right now, I'm thinking this is good enough. And by good enough, I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean that you have to consider where this is going. And so it would be putting in more time, since I have to do many other things for Christmas. And I'm trying to knit with a broken wrist, so it's taking me a little bit longer. So I have other things to do is what I'm trying to say. So then, obviously this is bigger. You watch, my watch is going to ask me if I've fallen. I'm wearing my watch on my dominant hand, which I don't normally do, but I can't put it on the other hand. And when I do things like flicking my wrist, it asks me if I'm okay and have I fallen, which I think is very nice in case I have fallen, but all right. And then off camera, I tied some bows because watching me do it is kind of painful for you because I'm not very coordinated yet. Just about the time I get really good at it, hopefully it'll be off. So what I'm doing here is I'm kind of rolling the glue dot so that it doesn't stick out. I'm going to put it on the back of the bow here. This is a pretty big bow though, so it might hold the whole glue dot without showing, but, and then I'm just going to put this up on the top and I'm done. The other ones I said, let's see, I like the shiny paper ones. I typed, you know, did Merry Christmas and just that. If you tie a ribbon all the way around, I would put a glue dot underneath the bow again, and that'll stop the ribbon from shifting as well. I did the same thing with this, and you'll notice they all hang over, but that's okay. They're cute little presents, very inexpensive. Like I said, the actual peppermint stick was $1. You probably could find them at maybe Costco or someplace where there were bunches of them. I was just passing through and saw them, and I thought, I know what I can do with that. I hope you enjoyed this little video showing you how to make some gifts. It's pretty much what's on my mind right now, going towards Christmas. And if you are, again, coming to me from, I cannot find it, but we'll use this one. If you're coming to me from YouTube and you want the project sheet, go to stampmesilly.com. If you have any questions, you can email me at jandufour@yahoo.com. And if you would like to order, you can go directly to my online store, jandufour.stampinup.net. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate you stopping by. Subscribe down below. I post once a week unless there is like a flash sale, like no shipping, or we just got over one. It was 20% off papers and 15% off inks, etc. So I do tend to send those out if they come by, but that's it. Have a great day. Bye.